Hello everybody, my name is Tenelin, and I just wanted to put a quick video together because I've had a lot of people asking me, are these new relic tools that we're going to be getting in Cosmic Exploration going to be good? Should I get the new Everseeker's tools, or should I wait until the relic tools come out since it's so close? The answer can be a bit nuanced, but the short and easy answer is, if you don't have the Everseeker's tools yet, you should wait for the relic tools. This answer can also be applied if you have the Everseeker's tools, but you haven't melded them yet. You should wait. Don't pentameld your tools, and don't bother getting all of the Everseeker tools yet, especially if you plan on getting the Relic tool for that job. The new Relic tools should, in theory, be better than the Everseeker's tools, or at least be comparable enough to them that you can use them to easily replace the Everseeker tools. But let's dive into a little bit of the information as to why I believe this. Now, there is a bit of an issue when you're looking at the history of the Relic tools. There's been variation into when they release and how they release. So the pacing between them is going to be a little bit differently, but let's start by looking at the Endwalker Relic tools. Now, with the Endwalker Relic tools, the first ones were actually not introduced until patch 6.35. And you can see that this is the Crystalline Pickaxe. You can see it has the exact same stats as the Indicator's Pickaxe, which was the 6.3 crafted set. Now, they have the exact same stats, except for the Indicator's Pickaxe has 5 meld slots if you pentameld it, giving it a lot higher of stats than it can get than the Crystalline Pickaxe. But the thing with the Relic tools from Endwalker is that they had a unique skill to them. The Gatherers had this buff here, which gave you an extra 20% Collector's Intuition when you were gathering collectibles, and the crafting ones had additional unique skill of their own. Now, because of the pacing of the tools, this is the 6.1 tool, which is the Pact Makers. Then we had the 6.3, and then the 6.35 introduced the Relic tools. This isn't what we're getting for Dawntrail. What we're looking at in Dawntrail is more similar to the Shadowbringer's pace, where we had the 5.1 patch have the Facet Pickaxe, and then in 5.25, we had the Dragon Song Pickaxe, which was the Relic tools, the first set of Relic tools for Shadowbringers. Then came 5.3, the Aesthets. So if we look at this pacing is a little bit more similar to what we're getting in Dawntrail, because we are getting the Relic tools before we get the final set of the crafted tools. This is more along the lines of what I would assume that we are going to see with Dawntrail in the Cosmic Exploration Relics. The Facet Pickaxe is essentially the same as the Everseeker's, where it has a little bit less stats than the Relic at base, but the crafted still has the ability to get higher stats because it does have the pentameld slots. These Relic tools have historically not had any materia slots. So my best guess is that the Relic tools that we're going to get in this patch for Cosmic Exploration are going to have a higher base stat than the Everseekers, so they're easily going to be able to outclass a non-melded Everseeker. And then they'll be slightly worse than a pentamelded Everseeker, but I would hold off because we are so close. The patch is less than 2 weeks away. If you don't have pentameld, or if you don't have the Everseeker's tools, you might as well just wait. Now, my personal hope is that the stats will be a little bit higher to be able to compete with the 7.3 tools that we're going to be getting, but we'll have to kind of wait and see. My biggest hope is that we'll see the unique traits like the Endwalker ones had maybe a little bit earlier, because these unique traits weren't introduced until a third step, but that was still in the first patch of the Relic tool. So if Dawntrail follows the same pacing, we will still have the unique traits in this first patch. I really hope they actually continue to do something with this. These unique traits that they added to the Relic tools last expansion were very, very cool, and it actually made it so a lot of these tools still have use today. I know Zane Lionheart just actually put out a video where you can use these tools in Dawntrail for a very interesting way to get orange script collectibles. So you should check that out if you are looking to farm collectibles right now. But just in case you are worried about not having high enough stats for Cosmic Exploration, do keep in mind that it's a piece of content that is focused around the end of Endwalker, as that's the only part of the MSQ that you have to have completed to unlock it, and the level requirement is only level 10 to be able to participate. So it's probably not going to require an insane amount of stats, at least not in this first patch. We will most likely see expert crafts come into play at some point for these relics, usually in the final step, so not till the 7.5 patch cycle, which won't be until next year. So don't worry about that right now. Don't really worry about your stats. We're going to have new complete sets of gear before those actually become an issue. I'm also not an expert on data mining, but according to the Balanced Discord server, there are some of the data mine stat requirements for gathering in particular for the Cosmic Exploration nodes, and we're going to put those up on the screen here. As you can see, they have some varied breakpoints you can hit to increase your boon and yield, and we see that the maximum you need is actually only 4,750 for both gathering and perception, which is actually pretty easy to hit right now, even without the Everseeker's tools. We can assume that the crafting requirements will probably be around the same, so there shouldn't actually be a need for the absolute best melded gear. I do hope you found this video helpful. It was just something I wanted to throw together because I just had been having so many people ask, and I did a little bit of a deep dive into these tools to get a better idea. Don't forget to give this video a like if you did find it useful, and subscribe for more videos like this, especially if you're interested in cosmic exploration, and I hope to see you back on April 22nd for when that releases. Thank you, and have a good one.